Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Siza, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplins, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So, we can take control of our life. Let's go, and let's get it started. Welcome to Chilling with the Chaplains. I'm LJ with my lovely wife, Lady Siza. Yes, happy New Year's Eve to you. Yes, we are getting ready for 2022. As you can see, we are ready. We looking forward to great things that's going to be in store for us and for each and every one of you as you go with us on this journey. And so today, we want to go over 3 benefits for reviewing your year. Because we see every year around this time in the new year, people have these unrealistic resolutions
yes.
That they normally don't keep. So so we want to show you and help people out there so that they don't make these unrealistic resolutions, but they're able to keep their goals and they to fulfill their potential in the next year. And so, honey, going with the first point.
Yeah, isn't it funny though how we just make these resolutions and at the beginning, beginning of the year, some people, or right at the end of an old year, like today's New Year's Eve, most people are actually writing down lists and lists of resolutions,
Yes.
which they don't end up keeping, like you rightfully said. Well, but just to jump onto it, the first benefit, which I think is very important in reviewing your resolutions or your goals or your whatever that you had planned out, is to actually get to acknowledge that things are outstanding, that there are things that are still outstanding. Like you've written all these things down. And when you sit down and look back and say, because it's important to actually write it down.
Yeah.
Don't write it in your mind.
Okay. So why is it important to know what's outstanding?
Well, it just helps to get you started in the right way, in the right footing, because it will help you to address these issues on face value. Address them immediately instead of waiting, up until maybe another year ends and you still haven't accomplished what you had set out to accomplish in the previous year. So it's good to actually just acknowledge that, okay, I had a list of 10 things that I wanted to achieve, but I've only managed to do 5. Why did I not manage to do the other 5 that are outstanding?
Yes.
So in that way, then if you still have time, you could actually go back and achieve those 5 that are outstanding, or put them out to be for the next year. Maybe let them be one of the first 5 that you look to achieve, maybe part of your short-term goals.
Yes.
So I think it's really, really important.
It's really important because another reason why you want to know what's outstanding, because sometimes we have these vague goals.
Right.
And sometimes it gives us a benchmark of what we can accomplish. So then next year we like, okay, you know what? I did have 10 goals,
Right.
but I only managed to do 5. So now I'm not gonna set out to do 10. Maybe I push myself to do 7.
Right.
Maybe 2 extra ones that I didn't accomplish. So maybe the next year, okay, you know what? The one that's outstanding, I am to reevaluate those 5 outstanding to see if I'm still interested.
Right, because people change. And,
yes, people
and
change.
interests change.
Yes. So maybe let's see if I'm still interested in pursuing them goals. If not, let it go. But if I'm still interested and I'm still want to pursue these 5 goals, I continue with these 5 goals, but I add on another 2.
Very true. But also just to finalize this point is that it's okay not to accomplish certain things as well.
Yes.
Because you don't want to do things halfway. You want to go all the way, all in, and do it perfectly.
Perfectly,
You know, you don't want to, do it for the sake of doing, but you want to do it to the best of your ability. So if you're now pushing to do something just because you wanted to have achieved, then that's the wrong way of doing it.
That's the wrong way. Yeah. They have a saying, practice makes perfect, but I'm gonna say perfect practice makes perfect. And so you want to do things the right way, which with all your goals. But like I said, you want to know what's outstanding for and towards the end of the year, so that you start preparing for the next year and see what goals that you want to accomplish the next year, so that you can start, on going on the right track and completing all your goals.
And also not drag unresolved issues with you the following year, because it's supposed to be a fresh start.
Yes.
And then starting with momentum as well. Give us the second benefit as well, LJ.
Yes. And one other thing too, before I go into the second benefits, another thing that helps too, because when you start practicing these reviews, you will begin to see that it becomes a habit and becomes easier. It gets easier, and that's gonna be one of the points later on. But it gets easier, so you'll learn how you able to accomplish all your goals in that year. So maybe the first year you don't accomplish all of them, but as you keep doing it, you'll learn more and more.
As you make it a habit.
Yes. And so the second point, it's a huge learning opportunity for you.
Yeah.
So now you're able to learn the patterns or themes of these goals. So it's a huge learning opportunities, so that you're able to grow, because we are in the growth mindset. We're all about growth and achieving our goals. We don't want to say we're gonna do something and not do it.
Be a man of your word.
Yes, but we want to be able to execute all our goals. We want to take action and fulfill every goal that we say. We don't want to be a stop and go person.
Right. And I always say start with the end in mind.
Yes.
Start with the end in mind, so that you know that by December 2022, this is what you want to achieve.
Yes.
And if it's achievable, create smart
goals.
say goals. Yeah, smart goals. Achievable goals.
And it's smart, measurable, attainable, realistic goals.
Right.
So when you want it, it's a great learning opportunity, so that okay, because one thing, patterns of things. What worked and what didn't work.
Right. And you know what, LJ, you also, when you are reviewing to check for your learning opportunities, is that you want to, you in most cases you see that we followed certain patterns, certain themes, and if that pattern that we keep following doesn't work, don't
yes.
That's called insanity,
That's
right?
called insanity, yes.
Keep on doing the same thing, expecting a different result.
Yes.
So change it.
Change it, yes.
The goal shouldn't change, but how to achieve the goal can change.
Yes. And so another thing, learning opportunity, right? With one example, it was my goal to eat better.
Right.
To eat healthy. And so
my goal was to exercise daily. I'm trying.
So, I started doing well, and then I see myself drifting.
Right.
I see myself going back to the old habits I used to do.
What are you planning on doing in 2022 that is different now that you've been doing in 2021 in terms of that particular goal?
Well, eating healthy, making sure
you don't buy junk.
Yeah. And also having a why I'm doing this.
Right.
So a lot of times, strong why, because a lot of times we start something and we like, okay, and we drift off because we don't have a why.
Right.
Why we're doing it.
A strong why. We have a why.
Yeah, but it's not strong enough. And so having this why I should be eating healthy. I want to live longer.
Right.
I want to live till I'm over 100 years old or whatever, or whatever, God, or to fulfill my purpose. So this is my strong why. If I want to live longer, so I got to make sure, I got to eat right.
Yeah.
I can't buy junk, so this is my why I'm eating healthy. So I started it. And so I started seeing myself doing better when I started having this strong why I'm doing it. And so now I don't revert to it when I want that fast food.
Right.
If my mind comes to me, nope, I can't have it.
Yeah.
Why? Because I want to live longer. I got so much more in me that I want to accomplish, and I can't leave too soon.
Right.
And
I mean, like you rightfully say, it helps us to be consistent as well. And if there's a certain patterns, once again, of inconsistencies, why am I not exercising daily as I had planned?
Exactly.
Then you try to move whatever that's the distractions away so that you stick to your goals and achieve what you've planned out to do. Because guess what? When we say things and we don't do them, we become, we don't become people of our own word, and people end up not even trusting us that we're going to pull through in whatever that we have said. So that's a very good point,
Yes.
LJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanna let everybody, you can't stick to your goals
Yeah.
if you have that purpose, the reasons why you're doing it. You can't stick to that goal, that resolutions. If I don't care what you want to do, what you need to to better yourself in the next year. Maybe you want to become a better speaker. Maybe you want to be a better a person, a better employee, a better employee. Maybe you can't achieve it
Right.
if you have a strong enough why to achieve. Maybe you want to be a wealthy, save more money. Because sometimes we want to save money, but it seems like things get our way. It seems like there's always a commercial of something we like. It seems like there's always a commercial of something we like that get us to buy. But you got to say, nope, I can't get it. Why? Because I'd rather use my money for investment or to better myself,
right,
than for pleasure.
Let me jump on to the third benefit.
Yes.
The third benefit and our last benefit would be, I think we should create a habit of developing to review our goals and our resolutions ever so often. Who's ever said that it should be done once a year? Because if we wait until 12 months is over, guess what's going to happen?
Yes.
We're going to start beating ourselves up to say, oh, if only. But if you were doing it, if you create the habit of maybe starting it quarterly, like checking what you've done, quarterly, and as you grow the habit of doing it quarterly, maybe the following year, then you're going to be doing it now maybe every bi-weekly, and then maybe you feel like, okay, I can now grow into doing it weekly. Like, check what you wanted to achieve that week, that month, that
yes.
That day. Even some people do reviews on a daily basis. They have like a to-do list, and they say. And then at the end of the day, a person goes back to their to-do list to check if they have achieved everything. If not, then the following day, that thing that they have not done for that day would be the first on the list, right? So I think that's also important to just constantly review on a regular basis what we've put down, because that will help us not to drag things for too long, not to procrastinate, because that's a biggest killer. Not to biggest killer of our goals, actually. Not to leave things that are important, the priorities, leave them for the end, and take things that are not really important, and things like that. But I feel like when you review on a constant basis, at least you know what you're doing, where you're going.
Yes, and so I want to point out two things that just came to me that's very vital to keep you to maintain your goals. Two things. One is the assessment, the disassessment, knowing your personality traits,
right?
Knowing your weakness, knowing your strengths, knowing how you handle certain situations. So when you know how to handle you, and when you know you better than anything else, then guess what? It allows you to to keep that promise to yourself to not go away from your goals, and not to make these unrealistic goals, because you know what you can do, you know what you can't do, and so when you know yourself, you're able to grow yourself. And that was a topic of mine and one of my sermons. To grow yourself, you have to know yourself,
right.
And so that disassessment, is vital to knowing yourself, so that you're able to keep your goals, because you know you. And so if you want to take the assessment, just go to www.chaplinlegacygroup.com and take the assessment. Get a checkup. And the second point that
before you go into the second point, I want to tell our audience that if you would like to stand a chance to actually get to do the disc assessment on LJ's costs, stick around till the end because you might just surprise you with something.
Yes.
Go ahead, baby.
And another thing too, is vital because sometimes we can't do it on our own. Sometimes we don't have the strength to do it on our own. But we feel like we never want to seek for help.
And it's okay to ask for help.
Yes, because we always seem like it might cost something. But seeking help
value has to cost something.
Because it's only to benefit you.
Right.
It's to help you out and so that you're able to grow. So this where if you feel like you need the help and you can't stick to, hire a coach. Hire a coach. Get a coach that can help you stay on track.
Right.
With your goals.
But what happens to people who don't have the means right now to hire a coach?
If you don't have a means to hire a coach, then find a accountability partner, someone that you know. So if you can't have a coach. And respect. Yes. See, a coach is qualified to be able to help you along your journey.
What about a mentor?
They have the tools. Or a mentor, yes, a mentor or coach.
And some mentors don't charge. You can get a mentor who has achieved in the particular industry or career or whatever that you or business that you want to pursue, who's actually achieved, and they are looking for mentees.
Yes.
And they some don't charge because it's their way of giving back. So just look around. You never know.
Or like I said, or find a accountability partner that you know, that you trust, that you could tell them everything about you, your goals, your weakness, your strength, so that they could keep you accountable.
Keep you on check.
Keep you in check to hold on to hold on to the goals that you say you wanted to accomplish in that year. So don't be afraid to value your growth, to value your growth, and to value coaching and mentoring and accountability part, because it's only to help you out and to make you better. So value coaching, value it.
It's important.
Yeah, it's important. Even like myself, I am a coach, but guess what? I have a coach.
And I would never go for a coach who doesn't have a coach.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So I value coaching because I see the opportunity where I can grow in, because I'm not perfect.
We all have something to learn. And
there's some areas that somebody could hold me accountable in. For one, I am a recovering procrastinator. But I know myself and I know why I procrastinate.
I love the word recovering. That's a good one.
And I heard it from my coach. Yeah. But having a coach, it helps me that will hold me accountable to do what I need to do. Like even in real estate, I have my realtor that holds me accountable to do certain things, because I know me. I know if it's something that I don't like to do, I'm a procrastinate. I'm gonna wait and do it in the last minute.
And then you have your wife who holds you accountable.
So that's I have my wife. She holds me accountable. This is my accountability partner. I have my realtor, as well as I also have a coach that I pay for that hold me accountable. So I have multiple resources that can help me in my journey that will hold me accountable.
You can never have enough resources.
You never can have enough. So, we want to show you and guide you so that you're able to keep your promise.
Right. To yourself.
Yourself. Maintain your goals and accomplish the goal that you set out in the beginning of the year or in the middle of the year, whenever you set out that goal, to keep it.
Yeah.
And not go away from it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're so right. And it just also helps, like I said, to keep you on your toes, really, so that if there's corrections that need to be made, make them immediately. Don't wait until the year is over and then you start beating yourself up. I wish. No wishing, just do. Actions speak louder than words. Right, let's move on to Fab Five.
Yes. So the Fab Fives, again, we did it last week, is our favorite questions, Fab Five. And so the first Fab Five is, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of being able to travel away from my country, be away from my country, and be able to start a new life in a new country. You know how hard that can be? So I'm really proud. I've never actually thought about it until this moment, that I left my familiar surroundings, my culture, my people, the food that I know, and I moved to a completely different country to relearn everything and their culture and adapt and start to build a really, really successful life. So yeah, that's what I'm most proud of. What about you, baby?
What about me? You really want me to go on with this? Now, what I'm most proud of, besides marrying my wife, that's one of the things I'm most proud of, is marrying my wife, being able to find her when I did, because she is a big help in my journey and my growth. I can't do it. I can't do it without her. I developed myself and I grew so much because of my wife. You know, seeing her and seeing how she speak and seeing her how she use her words and different things like that, it made me a better person. So I'm most proud of marrying my wife. Also, I'm most proud of, you know, accepting Jesus in my life. You know, that's one thing. But I didn't want to, because that's an easy question, you know, to say I'm most proud of my wife and accepting Christ in my life. But another thing I'm most proud of is having the ability to be confident in myself.
Amen.
You know, when I was able to understand who I am and why I do things, and connecting with people, like-minded people like myself, you know, that's what I'm most proud of. Now I can be comfortable and speaking and talking to people and coaching people, because I know there's a lot in me. And so now I'm more comfortable. And so being able to find...
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So being able to find myself and have the confidence, you know, in myself, just to go out there and just talk to people, you know, and embrace others, you know. That's why because I was ashamed to actually start a conversation, because I was ashamed of, you know,
what if I say the wrong
what
thing?
what if I say the same thing? So just opening up, just now, you know, learning how to just, I don't have to be
Perfect.
ashamed, and I don't have to be perfect to have conversations with people.
Right.
You know, and you know, yeah, that's one thing I'm most proud of. You know,
Well done.
having the confidence in myself too.
The second one,
The second one,
can I ask it?
yeah.
What's the one thing you would like to do again?
Now this is a tough question, because everyone always have the cliche of, I don't want to do anything over again. I love, you know, that was my journey, you know, to get where I'm at right now. That was my journey. So, you know, like I said, and I love the journey that I was on. So I wouldn't want to change nothing again, because it made me who I am. But I would say the one thing I would like to do again, if I can, you know, if I would have made up my mind a lot sooner to accept Christ into my life. That's one. You know, I would have loved if I could have Christ in my life a lot sooner. Cause now I teach young people, you know, get saved early. The better, because we all have a purpose, we all have a journey. So the minute, if you can accept Christ into your life,
It fast tracks.
at fast track at 13, you know, because we all have a process to go through. And the longer you get to find yourself and knowing who Christ is, the longer your journey it is to fulfill your purpose. And so I tell people, get in early, so that
The sooner the better.
You go through the hitting the wall, and so that you go through and you can learn, as you know, doing the journey, so that when
you'll go to the oopses.
Yeah, the oopses early, so that when you turn 20, 23, 24, because you got saved
now
at 10.
on your way.
Now you're on your way to fulfill the purpose. And so
beautiful.
instead of me, I got saved when I was 25. About 25 years old. I had to go through the process and learn it and redevelop it. And you see, because when you're younger at 13, you don't have a lot of unlearning to do, because you didn't pick up a lot of traits when you was in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one thing I would.
That's awesome.
I would do it again.
For
what about
me,
you?
it's based on activities that I've done. The first one on my birthday.
Okay.
Flying out of the plane. I'd really love to do that again. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I felt like I was, above. I was on cloud nine. I really, really enjoyed that. It was out of my comfort zone, as adventurous as I was, but it just helped me feel like I can do and achieve anything, because not many people can jump out of a plane, right? And the second one was what we did on your birthday on Christmas Day, where we just spent the whole day at a spa, just treating ourselves, or just relaxing and meditating and praying, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful day. We spent like 6-7 hours at a spa. I mean, something that I've never done. We always do those 1-hour treatments and we're out. This time we decided we're just not going to look at the watch. We're just going to enjoy. So yes, those are the two things that I'd love to do more often. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. And it will happen, I believe, again. So the third one, what's the one thing that COVID has taught you?
To pivot. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, because we are so structured in our thinking in that we're going to get to a certain goal in a certain way. And COVID humbled us.
Yes.
Each and every one. We got humbled. Look at the medical doctors right now. They wanted to touch you and see you. So I think for me, it was being able to realize that actually I can make money while I'm home. I can have passive income. It pushed me to have a second stream of income. It's even pushing me now more to be able not to even do a job ever in my life, but instead have multiple streams of income coming from online businesses that I can actually do at home, the comfort of my home, or anywhere in the world where if I choose to travel during that time. So yeah, pivot and don't be narrow-minded, but be broad-minded in all my thinking. Yeah. What about you, baby? What is that one thing that COVID has taught you?
I would say the same thing. I would say pivot, but I would take another way with pivoting. What COVID taught me is we can't be afraid to change.
Yes. Oh my God.
We can't be afraid. We gotta learn. We gotta be able to be prepared.
For anything.
For anything. You gotta.
Because nobody was prepared for COVID.
No, a lot of people.
It took the world by surprise.
Yes, it took the world by. So always be preparing. For what if. Always be preparing for what if.
Never and don't always have only plan A.
Yes, and never be stuck in your ways. Like I can't change. I can't do this. Because if you be stuck in your ways and you can't, and you're like, I can't change. Nope, this is the way I've been doing this. And I'm not changing. Something will happen like a COVID. And those ones that feel like I can't change, I gotta keep doing what I'm doing. You will go out of business.
And most businesses are out right now.
Most businesses out because they didn't want to change or they didn't have a foresight. They had a hindsight, but they didn't have a foresight for situations like this. So that's one thing COVID has taught me is don't be afraid to change and always be preparing.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Now, the next one, number 4, would be, what's your favorite quotation?
What is my favorite quotation? Besides my quotation?
Yes, which is?
Can I use mine?
Oh, yeah, please.
I would say 2.
Okay.
One is, the one I spoke on is no teaching, no revelation.
Right.
The importance of teaching, because when we receive teaching and when we get teaching, that means we're to get revelation. So if you don't receive teaching, if you don't like teaching, you don't like coaching, you don't like mentoring, you don't like these different things, then you can't get revelation. So it's important that to have teaching in your life. So
when you say revelation, what do you mean? Like things are not revealed to you?
Yes,
like
things are not revealed to you. So
for spiritual people, what about people who are not spiritual?
Yeah, same thing. Because even when you're not spiritual, when you're able to receive teaching could be motivational speeches, motivational teachers, and reading a book and things like that. You're able to see things that you normally would not see.
Right.
So you want things to be revealed to you, secrets, mysteries. It allowed you to be this
blind spots.
Yes, you're able to see blind spots in your life, in your business and ministry, whatever it is that you're going through. When you receive teaching and allow you to see blind spots in your life.
And the teaching comes through books, seminars,
podcasts,
any information,
yes,
platform,
so that you're able to see the gaps and be able to be aware of different things.
And then the quotation that you like, by somebody else.
And the other one is by John Maxwell, because I am a leader. A leader is a one that knows the way, shows the way. No, the ones that knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Because we got too many leaders that don't even follow their own words.
Ooh,
you
okay.
know?
But then people say, don't watch what I do, just listen to what I say.
No, that's not a good leader. You want to be an example first.
We must walk the walk.
Exactly. Yes, and not talk the talk. So we must walk the walk. So a leader is the one that knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. You gotta practice what you preach. Basically, you gotta practice what you preach. Just don't tell somebody to do something if you're not gonna do it. Because what happened, you become a hypocrite.
Right.
Yes. And so, what about you?
Be the change you want to see.
By who?
By Mahatma Gandhi.
By Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes. Because, I mean, you can't keep saying things and not do things in pursuit of what you want to see. Or be. Some people say be, but I believe Mahatma Gandhi said see, because the change can be visible. All right? So be what you want to see. Start doing those acts of kindness. Start smiling every day towards people. Start doing things that you want to see the world become. So, yeah, that's it.
Be the change
you want to see.
And that's what this podcast is about.
Yes.
You know, is helping people to be the change they want to see. You know, because we can't be whatever we want to be. We can't do whatever we want to, what we want to do. You know, so yeah, I like that. I like that.
And then our last question is, this one comes mostly in interviews, job interviews. It says, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Where do I see myself?
Please cut it short, because I know he has a long list.
Yeah, I have
just in brief, LJ.
Yeah,
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So where do I see myself in 5 years? I do see myself in a better position that I'm in now, where I'm a multi-millionaire, owning multiple houses and rental properties. I do see myself with multiple streams of income. I do see myself having multiple homes that we can live in. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, my main thing is definitely building on what I'm doing and having multiple streams of income and becoming a multi-millionaire and having
What's the importance of becoming a multi-millionaire in your life? Because most people say, I want to be a millionaire, but they don't really have like a strong why behind it. Why do you want to be wealthy?
Well, the reason why I want to be a multi, so I can fulfill my passions. And that's helping people. Right. You know, helping people, creating jobs.
And that's why I asked that, because I know your reasons are not selfish.
Yes.
Your reasons are very much to
help
to be
people.
A blessing.
Yes, and that's what I'm about. So I'm all about helping others. That's always been my childhood dreams, is to help other people. You know, so yeah, I'm my 5-year goal where I see myself is become a multi-millionaire, so that I can create jobs and build on other people up. So yeah, I want it. That's my passion, as well as taking care of my wife and my children. So yeah, these are my whys, is to take care of my wife, my children, as well as my mom's. My mom's is 80 years old, and so I don't know how many more years she got on this earth. So I want to make sure.
She wants it to be an extra 20, by the way.
Yeah.
She wants to live, actually 40, because she wants to live up
120
to
now. She used to be She wanted to be 105, but now she's saying 120. So yeah, so definitely 5 years. That's where I see myself. So I love helping people.
And 5 years goes by very fast,
quickly. You know? And so that's why these reviews helps. Because if you don't do the year-end reviews, 5 years ago by very fast, and you haven't
Not
accomplished
achieving
anything. You
yeah.
haven't achieved anything.
I'm just looking at that. I'm just about to finish 7 years in the United States. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
And when I look back, I think, what have I accomplished? I'm proud, actually. I've done a few things that, but
Yeah, me too.
I haven't done as much as I would love to, but I have done. I have things that I can point to say, I've done that. So yeah, it's good to review, go back and review. But what's the one thing that that I would like to have achieved in 5 years' time is definitely be a businesswoman who is making leverage income. I really want just to be a leverage income earner all round. So what does that mean? I have to look for more opportunities that will allow me that leverage income, which means I can make money while I sleep. So get into buy more stocks and bonds, and get into more online businesses and do more things that I know can give me that passive income as well, and then also just be a wonderful mom of 3. I really look forward to holding my babies and just being a mom of toddlers.
Yes.
And be a
That's
much
big.
present mom and be a present wife. Because especially in this country, the system takes you away from your family. One thing that a friend of ours said yesterday, one of our bishop friends, he says, I'm paying for a house that I never see. That hit me hard. That most people work 3-4 jobs in this country, and they end up dying, not even enjoyed the sweat of what they've been doing. So I don't want to be in that point. I want to work because I love to work, but I also want to enjoy.
Yes.
My all the hard work
fruit
that
of
I've
your labors.
Yes, all the hard work that I've put in, which means I also want to see myself travel more, especially to South Africa.
Yes.
If I could travel at least once or twice a year, that would be
Second home.
awesome.
Yes, that's one of mine as
In
well.
fact,
Second home.
not just travel once or twice, but actually be able to live in South Africa for 6 months,
6 months, yeah.
chase the sun.
Yeah, chase the sun.
chase
You're right, chase the sun. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, so definitely, and I do want to be specific because I did say multimillionaire, but a multimillionaire in real estate.
All right.
Having a huge portfolio, millions of dollar portfolios. With maybe
That's beautiful.
100 doors. In real estate, 100. I'm making it big to 100 doors.
Won't it just be nice to look back at this video 5 years
Yes.
in and think, wow, we actually did what we
Yes.
said.
That's
So this
the
is an
end reveal.
archive.
Yeah,
This is
that's
an
it.
archive for
Yeah,
us.
so that in 5
so do
years,
that as well. Record yourself, write
Yeah.
it down, and go back and check if you have made
accomplished.
And be specific. Be as specific as possible if you can. Don't just say, I want to be a multimillionaire. Like my husband has come back to correct himself to say, in real estate.
In real estate.
And how do I achieve that so that it's achievable,
Yes.
right? Now, I think that we've come to the end. I know my husband has a giveaway for those who stuck around as well and hear what he has to give. Last week, we actually spoke about the DISC assessment. We spoke very highly about it, and we highly recommend that you take it. I have booked myself for one as well, so I'll be taking mine shortly, and you will get to hear what goes on in that. But my husband has an announcement to make.
Yes. So yeah, I'm believing in personal development. I believe in people should grow themselves, and so I want to 2022. I want to help one individual to be able to get on the right track.
Right.
To get on the right track, to know themselves better, to learn how to talk to and to cope with other people, maybe that's different from them, because we all had different personalities. And so the DISC assessment allow you to be able to speak to multiple people, multiple personalities. So I want to help that one individual out with a free report, a DISC assessment report, as well as a debriefing where we can go over your report so that you're able to understand what it means.
So when you say report, you mean they take the assessment?
They take the assessment. They get the report. Yes, they get the report,
then
I would
you
do a
explain.
debriefing. I would explain the report and
That
what it
sounds really
means.
good.
Yeah, so that because like I said, if I don't explain it to you, then it's just a bunch of words, and you won't even know about you won't know what the graph means and things like that. So I would explain what each part means in the report and how
it can help
to help you speak to other people that's similar like you or people that's different from you. And so, I want to do that. This would be my New Year gift.
Yes, that's
My
nice.
New Year gift
Yes.
to that.
Starting off the year with giving.
Yes, that's one is about helping other people. I told them I'm about helping people.
Yeah, but how can they qualify?
How can you qualify that one individual? Because, like I said, I do want you to help us out as well.
They would love that.
Yes. So the same thing as my wife discussed on last week. We're gonna throw it out there again. That one individuals that can tell a friend by telling a friend. To get 5 people to watch the video to the end and to subscribe and to like the video. To subscribe and like the video.
And leave a comment.
Yes, and leave a comment. And give us a screenshot of 5 people that
you've referred to.
that you refer to. And so when you do that, then leave
the first person who does that.
Yes, leave your email so that I can just inbox us on one of our platforms and show that you did it.
Yeah. And then you will reward you with a disc assessment that is worth how much?
$297.
$297.
It's valued at $297.
The value is $297. You will get it absolutely for free. So hope you'll be able to find someone to actually we can give that to. Right, so we've come to the end of our session today.
Yes.
So excited for this new year.
Yes,
it's going to be a great year. 2022. Double. That's double.
Yes.
I see double.
Double.
Double. Yeah, so thank God for that. It's actually triple. Because if you look at I'm just actually looking at your glasses. You look at the 2 and then a double 2 at the back. That's a triple 2.
Triple
right
2.
There. So double and triple.
Yeah.
Things are going to come in doubles and in triple.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for tuning in. Yes. Don't forget to subscribe onto our channel, like and comment. It really, really makes a difference in our lives. Yes. And also don't forget to follow us
on the audio platforms.
On the audio platforms. Hear this on the audio when you're driving, when you cooking, cleaning around the house.
Listen.
Just listen in and it'll be awesome. Yeah. But also, if you want to follow us personally, you may follow me at Lady Siza 1 on Instagram and my husband.
Get Inspired by LJ.
On Instagram.
At Get Inspired by LJ.
At Get Inspired by LJ. And if you want to follow the 2 of us, you can find us at Chilling with the Chaplains on all platforms. Thank you so much. Have yourself a blessed rest of the year. We
Happy
wish you
New Year.
Nothing but the best this year.
Yes.
May this year be a fruitful, productive, and super blessed, anointed year.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Happy
New Year.
God bless
and we'll
you.
see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yo, it's your boy, LJ Chaplin, with Lady Siza, bringing to you Chilling with the Chaplains, where we deep dive, giving you practical concepts in ministry, business, relationship, and personal development. So we can take control of our life.